Helping our children thrive in their environment is one of the most important goals for many caregivers and families. Learning how to manage unproductive behaviors can play a large part in helping achieve this goal. In this video, we hope to address two main objectives in creating a productive and lasting framework for your child and improvement of undesired behaviors. First, we will address strategies for preventing meltdowns, tantrums, and violent behavior. Second, we will discuss some strategies for you to respond to your child during these behaviors. Before we dive into this topic, it is important to look at where most maladaptive behaviors come from in our children. We would like to emphasize that behaviors such as hitting, throwing, biting, screaming, etc. are very common in all children, especially in children who have difficulty communicating their needs and feelings in other ways. You are not alone, and your challenges are not a reflection of you or your family, and this is important to remember. Your child is brilliant and beautiful with many strengths, and we are here to add to your toolbox of strategies. If we look at these behaviors from a lens of communication, we can teach your child other ways to express their needs and wants. Many children with autism spectrum disorder have difficulty communicating or understanding others in their environment. This can lead to large meltdowns and tantrums. In order to identify strategies for how to respond to your child's behavior, it is important to understand the reason why your child is doing what they are doing. There are four main reasons for behavior. 1. To gain attention. 2. To have access to an activity or item. 3. To escape a task. And 4. As a sensory-seeking behavior. The use of behavior management tools such as the first-then board, token boards, and timers can help your child communicate and understand your instructions effectively. Strategies for avoiding meltdowns. Sometimes it is difficult for children to reason through a request or discuss why or why not they should or shouldn't do something. It is especially difficult to talk through things when children are already becoming upset. It is important to choose your words carefully in these situations, using only the most important words and pictures to communicate. For example, Jose is upset that he needs to put his shoes on before going out into the backyard. He starts screaming and kicking, and the shoes come off of his feet. His mother remains calm. She does not tell Jose why it is important to wear his shoes. Instead, she points to the first-then board and uses pictures while she repeats, first shoes, then yard. She repeats herself as Jose cries, and he slowly repeats after her until putting his shoes on. As soon as his shoes are on, his mother becomes happy and animated, rewarding him with praise and opening the door to the backyard. It is important to remember that strong rewards can help a child complete a difficult task while avoiding tantrums and meltdowns. Make sure to keep some toys or desired activities as a special treat with contingent access so that this can remain a special reward for completing a difficult task. This means that this is a specific reward for a specific action. Giving a child choice within a request you make can help decrease tantrums. This gives the child a sense of control within the request. For example, Jose does not like to eat vegetables, but knows that his mother requests that he have one bite of vegetable before he eats a cracker. Jose's mother repeats the choice of vegetables, either carrots or peas, before eating his cracker. Here again, you may choose to use the first-then board technique. First vegetable, then cracker. How to respond to tantrums. We recognize that meltdowns and tantrums are not always avoidable. Meltdowns, although very common, can also be some of the most distressing times for families, caregivers, and children. Once you know why your child is doing what they are doing, it is easier to discuss some strategies for reacting to meltdowns, tantrums, and violent behaviors. It is important to remember that these are some general guidelines that may not always apply. Each child has a unique set of strengths and challenges. The first priority in any situation is to ensure that your child and others around your child are safe. First, make sure your child is in a safe environment where he or she cannot injure themselves or others, a place where there are not objects that can be thrown or that will injure someone or property. This may be a bedroom or a living room space with some objects removed. Second, when your child is in a safe place, it is appropriate to ignore all undesirable behaviors. Do not respond either negatively or positively to these behaviors. Even disciplining or attempting to stop a behavior is giving attention to that behavior and reinforcing to the child that he will receive a response from you when he performs the undesired behavior. It can be difficult to ignore certain behaviors, and you may think that you are encouraging these behaviors by ignoring them, but you are not. You are showing your child that the behavior they are performing will not give them any response. They will slowly adjust behavior as they see that what they are doing is not gaining your attention. While ignoring, you can model the desired behavior for your child. Once your child is calm, this is a good time to re-engage with them. Finally, create a safe space for your child where he or she may go when he or she has a tantrum or undesirable behaviors. This space should have a low stimulation, should not be a place with desirable objects or toys, but can have sensory objects that may help calm or regulate your child when he or she is upset or out of control. For example, some children like to build forts and may retreat into their fort as a safe space when they are angry. Sometimes you may need to help direct them to their safe space when they are most frustrated in order to remind them that this is a place they can go. This is the conclusion of our behavior management video. We hope we have provided some tools to help you build a happy and productive interaction with your child.